Greetings from First Presbyterian Church of Tuscaloosa and the beautiful sanctuary here. If you are watching this video, then you are at least considering coming and joining us for an in-person worship service here in this beautiful space. How exciting that is, and I will be so excited to see you when I see you. But like many things in the year 2020, the prospect of seeing you here in this sanctuary also gives me great anxiety. I want you to know that I and many of the leaders and staff of the church do indeed feel the burden of wanting to keep you safe while you are here, but also keep our entire community safe, particularly the vulnerable among us. But we do, however, believe that the spiritual nurture of the church is also very important. So please know that we will make every effort we can to join together for worship whenever we can safely do so. Please keep our community in your prayers. Please keep the entire world in your prayers, and particularly all those who have been so directly impacted by this pandemic. So I just wanted to walk you through some of the things that you will be seeing and experiencing here at the church in the sanctuary, so that when you do arrive, you will be familiar, and that way you can be in full compliance with all of the expectations and requests. First of all, who is welcome at these services? Well, that is a tricky question, because it is the instinct of the church to welcome all whenever the doors of the church are open. It is the recommendation, however, of the Alabama Department of Health that no one 65 or older be in attendance at an indoor event such as this. I want you to know that is their recommendation. However, no one will be turned away at the door because of their age. We will ask you, however, to wear your mask whenever you are here and to remain sacredly distanced. And that is for your entire time while you are on this campus. If you cannot abide by that, then we invite you to join us for worship by television or by live stream. The only way that you are not welcome or that you might be asked to leave is if you are displaying symptoms of COVID. So we ask, before you come to church on Sunday morning, we ask everyone to do their own health safety self-screening. Ask yourself, have you been in close contact with a confirmed case of COVID-19? Are you experiencing a cough, shortness of breath, or sore throat? Have you had a fever in the past 48 hours? Have you had a new loss of taste or smell? Have you had vomiting or diarrhea in the last 24 hours? Do you have a temperature exceeding 100.4 degrees? If you say yes to any of these questions, then you need to stay home, and you might want to consider contacting a health professional, but you cannot come to church on that Sunday. One other thing, I know that there's going to be many people who haven't seen each other in a long, long time, so excited to see each other. It would be so natural to reach out and hug and greet each other. And I know that we have a lot of kissing cousins in this church, but please, no hugs, no kisses. We're going to do distance air hugs and waves and peace signs. Thanks so much for complying with that request. So here we are at the concrete steps, and this is where everyone will enter into the sanctuary. That is, the only exception is that if you are in need of the elevator, please go to the Rose Garden and you will be escorted through the Rose Garden and to the elevator. But everyone else will come here to the concrete steps, and that is how they will enter into the building. Stay on either side of these ropes, of course. Spread out, keep the sacred distancing. At the top of the stairs, of course, you will find hand sanitizer. And when you come into the church, you will be offered a paper bulletin, but also know that you can access our bulletin electronically on your phone by looking at the email that would have been sent out on the day of that worship service, or you can scan this QR code, and that will take you right to the electronic version of the bulletin. As you come into the sanctuary, ushers will greet you, and they will begin seating you starting from the back of the church moving to the front. You will note that every other pew is blocked off, so you need to sit on the pews that have the pew cushion. There will be a reminder on those that don't have pew cushions with the signs, "Do not sit here." Also, in each of the pews that you're supposed to be sitting on a pew cushion, you will find a yellow attendance card. This is similar to the friendship pad, but it has a different purpose, an additional purpose. This will be for contact tracing should we need it. So you are asked to bring your own pen. As you will note, there are no materials in the pews, so please bring your own pen. You fill out this information and then just leave it on the pew when you leave. That way we will not only have a record of who is worshiping with us, but exactly where in the church you were sitting. That could be helpful to us later on. Please note that the service will be a little bit shorter than you are used to, as there will be no congregational singing, no passing of the peace or the passing of materials or an offering plate. There will be offering boxes at the door that you may drop your offering in on the way in or on the way out. Also, please note that the outside doors of the church will be open during the service. This is to provide proper ventilation, so make note of the weather on the day that you're coming to church, because you might be wearing your jacket in the sanctuary as well. At the conclusion of the service, you are invited to exit out the outer door, whichever is closest to you. You do not need to all go out the concrete steps unless the concrete steps are the closest to you. Use all of the exits and try not to bottle up. We don't want a bottle up in a traffic jam. We want to keep spaced out, and there will be an extended prelude, so you are welcome to just sit tight until the crowd dies down. Restrooms are available. You can use any restroom in the building. Please note, though, that there are no water fountains. They have been disabled, and there will be no coffee or refreshments while you are here. After the service, you are invited to go outside for informal but responsible fellowship. So please don't linger around here in the sanctuary. Go ahead and step outside for that fellowship, which we do want you to enjoy. Please keep in mind that many staff and volunteers have really been putting great effort into getting ready for these services. A whole lot of procedures and policies have been created, and videos and cleaning and sanitizing, and a lot of meetings and prayers have been put into this. Really, a lot of great effort has been put into these services, so I would invite you to put your best efforts into complying with these procedures and requests. Remember that through doing so, we are trying to show love for God, for each other, and for our neighbors. For those of you who can't quite join us in worship yet, please know that we miss you. We love you, and we look forward to seeing you as soon as possible. Thanks so much for watching. Take good care, and God bless.